A very warm welcome from the heart to its viewers. Let me begin with my salutations to my Guru and to the Divine residing within each one of us. Today I bring to you a self-composed poem titled The Power Matrix. This poem is inspired by the harrowing events happening all around us. But through these events, the universe is actually trying to warn us. And this poem conveys that warning message from the universe. So let us begin. The Power Matrix. Since time immortal, the world is trapped in a power matrix, forgetting righteousness, humanity, and ethics. The cycle of Kal or time repeats with Satyug, Treta, and Dwapar Yuga, and the Iron Age we live in, which everyone calls Kali Yuga. During the Golden Age in Satyug, love and compassion prevailed in infinity, with the balanced feminine and masculine representing gender equality. The gods and the demons resided in their own separate realms, often warring for power so as to get a hold of the helm. Then came Treta Yuga, the one we call the Silver Age, with the Ramayana being played on the world stage. Here, the divine and the demon resided over the same plane. And for kidnapping Ma Sita, the demon Ravana was slain. The Bronze Age. The Bronze Age, Dwapar, was third in the cycle, with righteousness and good deeds being on a dwindle. But note that the demons and divine now lived in the same family. The Kauravas and the Pandavas were fruits of the same tree. But here, humanity declined a step even further, with a failed attempt to rape and even to murder. For he came. Krishna came to save his dear friend Draupadi. And as a result, we saw Mahabharata, a war ending in tragedy. Today, in the Iron Age, in Kali Yuga we dwell, with each human entrapped in Kali's wicked power spell. For the divine and the demon now both reside in every individual. For the divine and the demon now both reside in every individual, and slaying the demon within, today for us has become pivotal. What? Kali dwells in us? You ask? Yes. Let me explain further. Listen on to know how humans are operating in this matrix of power. The politics we see today is but a game of thrones. It plays out in countries, states, institutions, and even in our homes. The warring nations today pose a threat of widespread destruction, and the misuse of nuclear power could result in human extinction. Such devastation for the sake of power, and no one seems to care. So many innocent lives are lost for no fault of theirs. In another country, there's an attempt of assassinating a leader, and rampant random terrorist attacks are common newsline headers. Then there are countries where governments have collapsed, and countries where the common man is overworked and overtaxed. Man sure has evolved. Man sure has evolved, has reached the moon in spaceship and suit. But he has completely forgotten his Mother Earth and his roots. Man is progressing, innovating, and getting modernized, thinking AI, ChatGPT would make him truly wise. Some leaders are hell-bent on proving themselves as avatars of God. But time has exposed what's hidden behind their illusionary facade. The link between the electoral bonds and collapsing bridges is for us to decode. Why do the rains end up eroding every newly constructed road? The power dynamics are seen playing out in the parliamentary sessions, where hate speeches are delivered disrespectfully with aggression. Our politicians can be called no less than crabs. When one tries to climb up its legs, the others grab. Everyone is screaming, but nobody seems to listen. Some members belittle others without any prohibition. Some continue to rule us by keeping us in division. Their game is to use the trump card of religion. The actual issues to be addressed. The actual issues to be addressed are put on the back burner to be completely ignored. Be it the paper leaks or our eastern state burning due to discord. Lord Krishna advised Arjuna to aim for excellence, not superiority. But unfortunately, all the countries are in a rat race of being the world's largest economy. Aiming for a good GDP isn't a crime for sure. Aiming for a good GDP isn't a crime for sure, but it needs to be achieved with equity and not by making the poor more poor. Isn't our economy controlled by the handful elites of our country, who have everything in abundance yet are power hungry? Be it a girl child or a woman, no female today is safe. The nation is shocked with the news of 2 toddlers being raped. Nirbhaya, Abhaya, the list is never ending. The state of the victim, the modus operandi, every detail is chilling. Sita and Draupadi were just one case each from the yugas past. But the numbers in Kali Yuga today have mind-bogglingly surpassed. Addressing the root cause to this issue is of importance utmost. A ban on adult content. A ban on adult content and objectifying women on screen should be strictly opposed. Even Ravana couldn't dare to touch Ma Sita without her consent. Observe how matriarchy to patriarchy Kali Yuga has led to its descent. Unfortunately, man hasn't even spared our Mother Earth of this abuse. Her resources are subject to waste, misuse and overuse. Her veins, the rivers, have turned into dumping spots. E-waste, thermocol and cemented roads are making her rot. She's gasping for air, unable to breathe, so she's tightly wrapped in plastic. The urbanization procedures are creating climatic changes drastic. She's fighting death. She's fighting death to restore the balance in nature, only to save us, her earthlings, from the forthcoming dangers. Man has always exercised power over animals by holding them captive. Thus the animals locked us in our homes and roamed freely during the pandemic. The ocean rose and returned all the waste to a particular city. The same waste that its citizens for years had dumped into it recklessly. For nature follows a rule. Nature follows a rule to return in multifolds what it receives. You can try it for yourself by planting just a few seeds. So if we give her nothing but destruction, imagine how much destruction we'd have to face. But we can still do our own bit before it's too late. her mountains, flora and fauna, nothing is spared. But even in this state, she's asking us to beware. Every woman is an embodiment of Ma Shakti, a representation of Mother Earth, the divine Adi Shakti. As within, so without is a law universal, so the day the feminine is revered, our inevitable doom will see a reversal. For soon there'll be a judgment with a settlement of all accounts, and on that day of justice, only our good deeds, our good karmas would count. The day her elements decide that enough is enough, with one flip of her axis, there'll be an apocalyptic cleanup. Awaken fellow humans, arise and act for a mother and mankind. For saving Mother Earth and our women should be our life purpose combined. May we all succeed. May we all succeed in giving her the love, compassion and all the respect due. For it's not this power matrix, but only she who holds the power true. It's only Mother Gaia who holds the power true. नारी शक्ति ही माँ अदिति का, माँ आदि शक्ति का सम्मान है। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय माँ आदि शक्ति। थैंक यू।